Hi, how are you? Are you having a good day? Because I certainly am. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Very bad first impression for a voiceover, am I right? So while Rosie is still in the progress of episode 7, I thought it'd be fun to just settle down and theorize about it. Cause, it came out like 2 weeks ago and there aren't really a lot of theorists in the gacha community. So I thought, why not just be one of them? Is that an option? Huh? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, of course there is. Okay, honestly, this is getting ridiculous, and I don't want to make this too long even though I'm like 27 seconds ahead from this. So, let's get into it, because I'm bored, you're bored, and you want to hear the theories, so yeah. So in order to do this, I have to do a recap of episode 6, but I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen it. So let's just put this shortly. So yeah, the band's still rehearsing, blah blah blah. We saw the new characters. Sean lost his laptop and paid more attention to it than his broom. The group splits up to find it, but instead shops for headers, sweaters, and eating pizza. No sign for Sean's laptop in the end. Yeah, sorry, Sean. And it left us with a cliffhanger of Jake offering his spare one to Sean, but once again, his plan fails after Millie said they found his laptop. So yeah, little recap. Okay, let's just dive right in onto who stole Sean's laptop because I like to get into other things more quicker. So, I heard some people saying that it could either be the Jomies or Bethany. But I think it's Bethany. And the reason for that is if you look in the very first few scenes, like, why wouldn't she be shown there for a reason? She wanted to make music of Sean, but Shan excused her and she wanted her to get out of the room so that, she can get ready for Hannah's playdate. And a little reminder that Michael said on their way to drop off Bethany to her playdate. So on their way means like the club, Bethany, Shannon, and Michael are in the same car. So I think how Bethany stole Sean's laptop is she probably just like in the back of the car. She all of a sudden just steals his laptop. Like, Bethany, I love you, but you literally caused Sean to almost get 2 part-time jobs at Million Mart. So yeah, that's basically how I think she stole it. And then after that, Shannon probably dropped off the club to the mall, and then after that, she dropped off Bethany to her playdate. Because if I feel like they drop off Bethany first, they would probably see the laptop, or either they would just get too distracted just talking all day. But yeah, I do think they dropped off the club, and then Bethany. And also, if you look in the very last scene, Xander looked frustrated, looked like he wanted to die, and Millie looked relieved. But she was probably relieved because they finally found his laptop. So if you look over at Xander, he's on the phone, so I'm pretty sure that it's most likely Shannon that called him. Because please remember that she was looking in the car earlier to see if Sean's laptop was over there. Unfortunately, it wasn't. So sad. And then I think while she was on her way to pick up Bethany, she saw that she had the laptop after, she came right out, or Shannon got in. So she made sure to ring Xander up and make sure that she had the laptop all along. I do feel bad for the club in the other hand because they searched all their time trying to find Sean's laptop, only to realize that a cute girl, a super little cute girl that's also a troublemaker, had it all along. So yeah, that's just sad. But I mean, hey, at least you found your laptop in the most ridiculous way. So anyways, after the club exits off the mall, I do think that after Drew, Zoe, and Leah exit off the store, that Drew will probably see Jake. I mean, just a prediction, but that's just what I think. And he's either gonna feel suspicious or upset. But mostly upset, because if he found out that Jake wasn't grounded after all, then that would just be upsetting. And I did feel bad for Drew in episode 6, but also, he's pretty much a jerk to the club, I won't deny that. So I have pretty much mixed emotions for him, but I do think he might get redemption sooner or later, which I'll talk about right after this. So after the club heads over to Xander and Haley's house, of course Bethany is gonna get in trouble, but I do think that Sean's gonna go easy on her. Because Bethany is still a child, and you're gonna make mistakes at a delicate age like her. So I mean, yeah, but I do think she's still gonna get in trouble though. So yeah, sorry Bethany, but it is wrong to steal a laptop, even without her permission. So after that was settled, the club calls it a day and they start packing up to head home. And I think while they're packing up, Sean's still gonna thank Jake for the offer. Because I mean, who wouldn't? That was so sweet and kind of him. And a little off track, I see a lot of people being mad at Jake for giving away a laptop that Drew gave to him. Which I don't blame you, but it looked like that Jake wasn't gonna use it anyways. But then again, on the other hand, I do feel bad for Drew. So yeah, it's kind of a mix-up over there. So, you think it'd be the end for Sean, since he finally has his laptop? Well, unfortunately, it isn't. If you haven't noticed, when Sean was discussing to the club that his laptop was missing, he also mentioned that he was going home straight after the mall. Or actually, no. He was going to the mall, then Xander and Haley's house, then home. So yeah. And also, if you look at the scene when Sean was checking his bank balance, he also mentioned that his parents argue and might not notice when his laptop is missing. So we need to talk about that because that is a problem. That is a problem. I cannot stand Sean being sad no more. Nope. Nobody, nope. I will not deny this. You know, a while back I seen a lot of theories about Sean's parents arguing, but I wasn't 100% sure if it'd be true. But yeah, unfortunately it's true. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, but not a lot of information since we haven't gotten a lot of updates from Rosie yet. Which, by the way, I will be talking about the spoilers and the statuses somewhat maybe like at the end of the video. Like, I'm sorry, like please don't kill me, but that's just how I do it. So please, I'm just an innocent child. So I think episode 7 will mainly be about Sean and Drew, so we get to know more about Sean and his home life, and we get to know more about Drew's jealousy with Jake. And I swear to God, if he finds out that Zoe cheated on him in that episode, I will be even more upset because he has to find out that his best friend lied to him and that his girlfriend, well, I wouldn't say girlfriend, cheated on him. And I'm also worried about Sean because what if he had to deal with all that stuff ever since he was a little kid? And yeah, I'm worried about both of them, so it's gonna be an emotional roller coaster. So let's get ready for this. So I'm 100% sure, like next episode, I am betting my soul for this that Sean will sing. And if he does not sing in that episode, I will title a video that I am screaming. So yeah. Okay, but I really do hope that Sean sings. And probably in his music video, we'll learn more about his past and his situation with his parents arguing. I'm not really sure if we'll hear the parents' voices, maybe only their faces in the music video. I mean, it really depends. Like, you know, with out of nowhere, Rosie closely says that there's gonna be new characters in episode 7, and turns out to be his parents. But I mean, you know, we haven't really got any to confirm that there will be new characters, so I think they might be only shown in the music video, but that's only, like, my thoughts so far. They could change. So I'm thinking that Jake might help Sean with the situation a little bit, and then after that, it'll be Daisy that's helping him throughout the whole series. Because in episode 4, when she said that her parents were taking her to dance rehearsals, Sean mentioned that she had a lot on her plate. And then when Daisy said indeed, she said in a very sad tone. So I mean, it kind of looks like that she has, you know, some family issues too, but I could be wrong. Because we haven't really got a lot of Daisy yet, and he's mostly a background character. But I'd love to see them bond more with each other, because the only time we ever got to see them interact was mostly in episode 3 and a little bit about episode 4, but you know, we didn't really get to see a lot of them. So this would be a good opportunity to see them, you know, just like talk with each other. So I'm gonna be moving on to Drew for now. I know, I'm sorry, I should be talking about Sean a little bit more, but I think I'm gonna be talking about him in another video because so far we haven't really got any like sneak peeks or spoilers, so I'll have to look out for that. So for Drew, I'm not really sure if he's gonna be singing because in Rosie's community tab, she said that there will be 3 song selections, which might be Jake singing in the beginning, the mall music, and then Sean singing right after. But unless it turns out to be Drew singing and the mall music doesn't really count, I think he might be singing about Jake, like hanging out with the club more than him, or about Zoe. Or actually no, I don't think he's gonna be singing about Zoe because she's just using him at this point. And like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna realize that in like future episodes, but that's just really messed up of her. I just hate her so much. She's such a crappy character. So I do have a feeling that Jake will be helping Drew with his situation, while Daisy is helping Sean with his. Because at some point we have to have some Jake and Drew bond time because the only time we ever got to see them talk with each other was mostly in school or at the cafeteria. But I do think it's best that Drew and Jake have a real talk for once outside of school, because the more that Jake's hanging out with the club, the more he's drifting apart from the Jomies. And I do think that he has to make his time a little bit more manageable. Like, first with the club, you know, hang out with them. And then after that, you go be with your Jomies. They may be toxic, but just go hang out with them. I can see all of them, like, the Jomies changing at some points. So that might be a possibility. Alright, so a few things I'm expecting, hopefully. Number 1, Sean finally sings for once. Number 2, Daisy helps him with his situation. Number 3, Drew has a situation and Jake helps him with it. Number 4, we might see some Millie moments or see more of Elliot. Because, I mean, my boy Elliot, he needs his screen time. Because the only time we ever seen him was in episode 3, but that was at the very end. So, I mean, if he's not shown in episode 7, like, I'm okay with that. But I do hope he's shown in, like, future episodes. Number 5, Bethany is the one that actually took the laptop. Yeah, that's probably obvious by now. And yeah, that's pretty much on my checklist for now, but I don't really have anything else. And if I think of something that I forgot, then I'm an idiot. Now, I don't really know what else to expect from the episode so far. I mean, we might get some more Jaylee and Linder moments, but I want to see more of Sazy and Milliot. I don't really like Drake as a ship, I'm sorry. I'd rather see them more as friends instead of like... So yeah, please don't kill me, that's my opinion. Alright, so now that we're almost towards the end, I want to talk about these statuses and the one spoiler that Rosie has once put down. So one of the statuses she wrote said that she had an addiction of animating tears, which is kind of making me nervous because I have a feeling that we're gonna see someone cry next episode, it's gonna be a lot. She also said that audio editing is a big challenge for her heart, which is also making me nervous. I feel like we're gonna have like emotional scenes in that episode, so better get your tissues ready when you have it. We also saw a clip of Sean walking, which could literally be anything that he saw. Maybe he saw his parents arguing, but then again he might be used to it. Or maybe he might be more surprised about one of his parents getting kicked out. I mean, it could literally be anything. Or maybe he saw Daisy out of nowhere in the night. So I mean, this might be where they might talk, and then after that Sean heads home. But I mean, you know, it could be possibly anything. There was also another status of Rosie rigging a dog, and we also saw Jake and his little puppy! That was so cute! We might see the dog, maybe. Or maybe that was just a test for Rosie to rig the dog, but, you know, we have to wait and see. There was also a status saying 1 minute complete and 2 minutes to go, which might be talking about Sean's music video, which I'm pretty pumped to see. And then lastly, to add to that, she said making a music video takes a lot of effort. And yeah, it pretty much does. I tried animating once and it was a pain. So imagine animating a whole music video. That takes dedication. So yeah, that basically wraps up my theory for episode 7. And please do know that whenever Rosie posts like a spoiler or a status, I will be talking about it. But not like a 10-minute video, only like maybe like 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3, I don't know, somewhere along that. So thanks for watching the video, and if you want to see more content, I'll most likely be posting the Owl House and the Music Freaks crossovers along with the theories. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!